bucks. So right here, I have 330 million bucks. We're going to keep going, right?
Yeah, you can keep doing that. But you have to actually just justify why the policies are helpful or not.
This is what's interesting.
You can say how much they cost.
Hold on a second.
If they do something useful for the government, then their prices make sense.
They're empty buildings. What use is happening for them other than landlords getting rich for nothing? The point is this: you think the government is innocent until proven guilty. I think the government, after what we've learned, is guilty until proven innocent. They have to justify why this money is being spent in the first place.
Wait a minute. That's how the law works. Innocent until proven guilty. You have to prove that.
That's not how taxpayer money works, though. It's that if we find waste, you're going to have to over-justify why this exists in the first place.
Yeah, secondly, but you just fire them. You just get rid of the program automatically before you've done the work to
let me go back to more thing. This is an argument they're making. Oh, it's not that much money. Even if you only save $100 in taxpayer money, that is a moral fight worth having. That attitude is why we're $35 trillion.
Hey, my love. So you're welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Baby Hair Furs, and I'm back again for another reaction video. So I bring to you Charlie Kirk, and the title of this one is Charlie Kirk Destroys Woke Elon Musk Haters. Wow, this is gonna be huge. This is gonna be intriguing and engaging, right? I can't wait for us to watch this. I repeat, Charlie Kirk destroys woke Elon Musk haters. Elon Musk haters, right? So without further ado, without wasting much of our time, let's get right into this video.
Good. I just want to drill in a bit about Doge and some of the
Quick, we've done it like 5 or 6 times.
And about some of these hirings and some of the unconstitutional moves they've been making. I don't to be more useful here. When your claim is that you're trying to make the government more efficient, and then you arbitrarily fire a bunch of people. For example, for the nuclear people, a bunch of them were fired, and then they had to get them back. You're wasting time and effort by randomly and arbitrarily picking how to handle these cases. If your claim is that you want to be efficient, you should just government immediately start firing people. You have to go over this with a lot more methodical effort, and that's not what's happening. And on top of that, the Doge administration will not save enough money. Even if you were to fire every single government employee, they would not even be able to get to a fraction of how much revenue we need to get for taxes. That's not enough, and it's not helpful.
No, I mean, I have
when
these placards.
And when you go over those placards, you can flash them and say that
it's $115 million.
Yes.
For equity assessment programs. That's a lot of money.
No, it does not. And with regards, compared to how much,
a lot of money.
Compared to how much we need for to run the country.
Hold on. This is a very important point.
We need to use we're talking about scale here. About $2.6 trillion of revenue comes from our income taxes. If you're going to make these cuts, you need to meaningfully account for them.
This is a false argument. I'm glad you're making it. Which is that we shouldn't cut it because it's not that big of a deal.
No, that's not what I mean.
So should we cut this? $115 million for equity assessment of existing program policies.
The point is that if we're going
I'm going to make the point, but do you think this should be cut?
It depends. You need to make the argument that it's actually good. You can't just flash the dollar.
No, I'm going to flash
and then say
equity assessments of existing program policies. $115 million.
Yes, you have to justify that this program is helpful or not. You have to justify the existence of the program.
Yes, it should not exist.
Why? Why does it not exist?
Well, first of all, the president signed an executive order saying no more DEI. Okay. Equity assessment should have no place in the U.S. government because equity is not constitutional. It's not in the U.S. Constitution. It's not an American value. Why? It's about redistribution. And $115 million is a grotesque amount of money to spend on it. So you should get rid of it to save taxpayer money. Now,
it's not
to your point,
taxpayer money.
It's $115 million to get rid of this. Now, it's also $144 million here of empty buildings. How about empty buildings?
Again, you can't just say empty buildings. Well, you have to go over a detail.
No, we did. That's why there's 97 of them. They reviewed the leases. Yes. They're vacated because of COVID. That's $144 million. So right here, I have 330 million bucks. We're going to keep going, right?
Yeah, you can keep doing that. But you have to actually just justify why the policies are helpful or not.
This is what's interesting.
You can say how much they cost.
Hold on a second.
If they do something useful for the government, then their prices make sense.
They're empty buildings. What use is happening for them other than landlords getting rich for nothing? The point is this: you think the government is innocent until proven guilty. I think the government, after what we've learned, is guilty until proven innocent. They have to justify why this money is being spent in the first place.
Wait a minute. That's how the law works. Innocent until proven guilty. You have to prove that
that's not how taxpayer money works, though. It's that if we find waste, you're going to have to over-justify why this exists in the first place.
Yeah, secondly, but you just fire them. You just get rid of the program automatically before you've done the work to
let me go back to one more thing. This is an argument they're making. Oh, it's not that much money. Even if you only save $100 in taxpayer money, that is a moral fight worth having.
Yeah.
That attitude is why we're $35 trillion in debt. Secondly, which is very important, if you annualize Doge's savings, you know how much they're on pace to save this year? $1 trillion. $1 trillion, which would then get us on path for a balanced budget. They're on pace because you say, oh, it's only $1 billion here. They've been in for 6 weeks. They've already saved $100 billion. By December, they'll be at $1 trillion. Our deficit is $1.6 trillion. We're going to lower our deficit in such an increasingly important way, and you're going to learn that you actually don't need these government agencies to run a country, that these people are unnecessary, it's bloated, these bureaucrats don't do anything all day long, and we need to right-size it because we're a nation in debt. We know we're $35 trillion in debt?
Yes.
In debt?
Yes.
And the only way we're going to get out of it is if we're honest, be like, how about no more empty buildings? No more $115 for equity assessment program.
Out of it is by
biodiversity in Nepal, $19 million?
Again, those can be important. You have to, those could be helpful.
Okay, so how could biodiversity in Nepal for $19 million? We spent $20 million for a new Sesame Street in Iraq. It's true. You guys can look it up.
Yes.
$20 million for New Sesame Street in Iraq. And because no one has ever had the courage to look through the books and look and examine the expenditures.
But that's not what's happening.
No, it has happened. No, Biden, Obama, they never looked through any of the federal expenditures. And we got to $35 trillion in debt. This is the first time in my lifetime we have an administration going after the waste, going after the size of government to balance the budget so that you guys don't live as indentured servants and Russian serfs for the rest of your life.
Tell him, Charlie!
Well, I just want to say, what?
Go ahead.
You don't need to interrupt people. Thank you. The point is, when you want to deal with this problem, you can either increase taxes or cut spending massively. The point is that these programs aren't efficient and helpful for getting to that goal.
Yes, I just proved to you that they're on pace for $1 trillion in cuts. But even if it's only $1 billion or $2 billion, that's admirable and noble. That's just so we're clear.
Twofold. You have to both justify that these programs are bad, and think no, you can flash a sign. This is a program. It costs this much money. We should cut it. That's not an argument.
$1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia.
Again, you can say that.
Do you know anything about Liberia? No. I happen to know a lot about it, but that's a separate issue.
It's not about what I know. It's about the people in the government making these decisions.
Yes, and they have proven themselves to be robber barons over the last 20 years. They're spending your money with reckless abandon and total indiscretion. And it's time that this is what's important. It's we the people, not we the government workers. And we've taken back the government.
The government workers are also American people.
Yes, but who works for who? Do we work for them or do they work for us? Which one?
Yes. They work for us. Obviously.
They work for us, yes. So we voted in November by popular vote and electoral vote landslide that this crap is over. Yeah. And that's what we're doing. We overwhelmingly spoke. And so we're going to go piece by piece, department by department, and this is why it's important. You guys deserve a future where you don't have $35 trillion in debt, where you don't have $1 trillion deficit.
Solving that problem by doing this.
Again, I have $1 trillion. You have to address this. They're on pace to cut $1 trillion by December. That's big. Big. That's 75% of our deficit.
Okay. But my point is that you have to meaningfully increase taxes or cut something cuts. Yes, you do.
Well, I know that's what he's doing. They are meaningfully cutting spending.
You have to cut tax. You either raise taxes.
No, you don't.
Or massively cut spending.
Got it. Let me just ask one final question.
Yes.
If Trump and Elon get this done and balance the budget and cut all this, will you give them credit?
It depends on how successful. Wait, I am not finished speaking. Oh my God! It depends on how successful the country is afterwards. It depends. If you make a lot of cuts and the country becomes worse, then you didn't do your job.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
So thank you so much for watching. Based on this particular video, yeah, I have a lot to say concerning Elon Musk and Donald Trump. See, no cap. Every one of us know that Elon Musk wants the betterment of America, but ever since he left the left wing, the people mentality, the people perception about him changed. People now see him like a wicked person. People now see him like a narcissist, Everyone knows that Elon Musk is a great man, and he left the left wing, and he had to join Donald Trump, and they're putting hands together to make America a better place to be. Now, concerning this guy comment and conversation with Charlie, this guy was very, very, very rude. He couldn't even listen to Charlie, and I think it's one thing to have a conversation, it's another thing to be very receptive to that conversation and be able to digest it. Charlie is saying, and he's also repeating what Charlie said, and I think he wasn't even listening. He just came there and be blabbing. Guys, Elon Musk, Elon Musk is a great man, and I will keep saying it and I'll keep saying it here. I am a huge fan of, Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I am a huge fan, and I kid you not that I see the good works they are doing for America. I can't start listing the billions dollars and everything they are trying to put in place to make sure that America becomes a better place. You want to talk about Elon Musk, guys? I don't know why they hate. Up till now, I'm still trying to figure out the hate. Like, why the hate? Why will someone hate Elon Musk or Donald Trump? Why they hate? And a very big shout out to Charlie. Charlie is doing a great job, Charlie is just an advocate. I see him like an advocate for Americans, and he's just there, like he's there to fix and put things in check, like make sure that things are going the right way, and it can only be Charlie Kirk. He didn't go to school, but when he speaks like someone that is, in fact, he's learned, right? So thank you so much. Like I said, I do not own any right to those contents. I'm just reacting to it by adding my own constructive feedback and commentaries. If you haven't subscribed, do also hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up. We've come to the end of today's video. Don't go too far, trust me, I'll be right back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.